learn Arabic, you need correction and accountability. But before I explain that, let me simplify something for you that many people complicate nowadays. We, in general, complicate language learning, especially the Arabic language. We treat it as if it was surgery, like it's some sacred, impossible operation that needs to happen. And I want to tell you something very important. When I sat down with the author of the Arabiya Baina Yadayk books, and when I sat down with the author of the Medina books, we discussed this exact topic. And both of them alluded to the same thing. Because Arabic is a sacred language, because it's the liturgical language of Islam, people overcomplicate its acquisition. They treat it like it's fundamentally different from every other language. Let me play for you what Dr. Abdurrahim, the author of the Medina books, said about it.
You see, in languages, you ask people, what language are you learning? He says, I'm learning Spanish, I'm learning French, I'm learning Russian. Whereas we ask a man who's learning Arabic, he doesn't say, I'm learning Arabic. He says, I'm learning Arabic grammar. That's the mindset which is wrong. You start from the beginning, you say...
Listen carefully to what he just said. This is somebody who has, or who had, rahimahullah, he passed away a couple of years ago, more than 50 years of experience in the acquisition of the Arabic language. He authored the Arabic course Medina books, and now they are teaching it in the Medina, or in the University of the Medina of the Prophet, the city of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And what he said is powerful. People say, I am learning Arabic grammar. And that mindset is already wrong from the beginning. You don't learn grammar. You learn the language, and grammar, then you use it to actually speak the language and to use the language in a better way. But as a wise man once said, without grammar, little can be conveyed, but without vocabulary, nothing can be conveyed. Because grammar doesn't create fluency. Arabic, yes, it is rich in vocabulary. It has more than 12 million vocabulary words. It is deep, and it carries sacred weight, but it is acquired the same way every human language is acquired, the same way you learned your first language, the same way I learned Spanish, the same way I learned French. And please listen to me carefully. I know a thing or two about languages. I speak 5 languages fluently: Spanish, Catalan, French, English, and Arabic. And you know what? As a matter of fact, I'm gonna demonstrate this to you. So everybody who speaks one of these languages in the comments can rate my fluency from 1 to 10. And so you guys know that I'm not one of those fake polyglots on YouTube. Primerament, el català. El català és la llengua amb la que parlo amb la meva família, la meva mare, les meves germanes i altres familiars que tinc a Barcelona. Òbviament, he nascut i crescut a Barcelona, i llavors el català és la meva primera lengua. La meva primera llengua. El español, obviamente, si has crecido en Barcelona, has sido una escuela pública, la gente en la calle habla más español que catalán. Entonces el español, quieras o no, si has crecido en Barcelona, te vuelves bilingüe de esa manera. De manera que aprendes el catalán y aprendes el español. Mi catalán diría que es mucho mejor que el catalán de la gente alrededor mío con los cuales he crecido, porque obviamente hablaba español en casa. Hablaba catalán en casa, quiero decir, perdona. Dans ce qui concerne le français, bien sûr, j'ai vécu en France, j'ai vécu à Paris, j'ai vécu à Aubervilliers 9-3 pour ceux qui connaissent. Toi-même, tu sais si t'es d'Aubervilliers. Peut-être qu'on se connaît même. J'ai fait 2 ans du collège en France, à Paris. Et donc, bien sûr, j'ai appris le français juste parce que j'ai été en France, quoi. وأما بالنسبة للغة العربية فبالطبع أني أتكلم بها، وإن لم أكن قادرا على التكلم بالعربية فما أنا فاعل هنا في هذا المقطع، وأنا أصور وأنا ألقي عليكم كيفية تعلم اللغة العربية. فطبعا اللغة العربية هي اللغة الوحيدة التي تعلمتها من الصفر، والتي تعلمتها عن قصد، بمعنى أني قصدت أن أذهب إلى مكان وأجلس وأدرس وأخذ دروس عن اللغة وأتعلم حتى نحوها وصرفها وكل هذا. أما باللغات الأخرى اكتسبتها عن طريق الاندماج في هذه المجتمعات التي يتكلمون هذه اللغات التي قد عرضت عليكم وأريتكم أني متكلم بها بطلاقة. Now, like I said, if you speak any of these languages, rate it from 1 to 10 in terms of my fluency in the comments. Now, why am I showing this to you? I'm not trying to impress you, but to prove something. Language learning is not mystical. It is mechanical. It follows the same human principles every time. And how does a child learn? He listens, he tries, he makes mistakes, an authority corrects him, he repeats, and that's it. No grammar charts, no overanalysis, just correction, repetition, adjustment. And this is how you become fluent at a language, by doing this over and over. Now, here's something important. As adults, we actually have an advantage over when we were children. We have pattern recognition. We have life experience. We can connect ideas fast. If anything, cognitively, we learn faster than children. The only disadvantage we have is that we are more self-conscious. Children are not afraid of sounding stupid. They speak freely, but when it comes to adults, we hesitate. We want to sound correct before we speak, and that slows the progress. But the mechanism is identical. Listen, attempt, get corrected, repeat, and that's why step number 2 is essential. Because without correction, you cannot replicate how language is naturally acquired.